Thank you. Okay, I wrote my introduction and she didn't go with it. But that's good. I mean, thank you, Linda. That was awesome. And thank you for that beautiful song. I have to say, every time I hear that song, I cry. So it's one of my favorite Christmas songs. And while it may not be to some a traditional Christmas song, it brings a lot of feelings and thoughts to mind. I first want to say that if I cry, okay, just scratch that out. I am crying. And unfortunately, it's going to happen again, so just bear with me. But somebody did lend me some toilet paper. So I got plenty of it. Okay. So when I cry, it is because I am sharing a part of myself that I hold close to my heart. So just giving you a heads up, I'm going to try my best to get through this without shedding a tear. When I first heard this song, it was the year my son was born. A little bit of background about my story. In 1987, my husband and I struggled with infertility issues. And after a miscarriage and 5 years of trying, our son Christopher was born. We jokingly refer to him as the Immaculate Conception because he truly was our miracle baby. When I first listened to the words of this song, I couldn't stop crying, trying to imagine myself in our Blessed Mother, Mary's shoes. I did a little searching and reflection about Mary and the birth of Jesus. Mary was somewhere between the ages of 12 to 14 years old when the angel Gabriel appeared to her. I am sure she was confused, but was assured by the angel Gabriel in Luke chapter 1, verse 30, "Do not be afraid, for nothing is impossible with God." While Mary said yes, I can't help but think to myself, did she really fully understand all that her yes meant? Mary was a virgin, and in this time period, getting pregnant out of wedlock was punishable to death by stone. Was she fearful of what others were saying or thinking about her condition, or did she just trust? In her third trimester, Mary and Joseph traveled 90 miles on a donkey to Bethlehem. This was equal to 1 week of travel. That could not have been pleasant, being that far along in her pregnancy, leaving everything she knew and heading to an unfamiliar place. They passed through many villages that did not welcome them due to Mary being pregnant out of wedlock. They had nowhere to stay. This had to be exhausting and frustrating and maybe even humiliating. Mary gave birth in the poorest of places, among animals. When Jesus was born, she laid him in a manger, for this is all that she had. I wonder if there was a stench and what the temperature may have been like. Was it cold, like Alaska, or was it unbearably hot, like Texas? Unfortunately, her struggle did not end after she gave birth. King Herod sent an order that all males under the age of 2 be killed in an attempt to kill her newborn son, Jesus. That had to be terrifying. Mary and Joseph and their baby Jesus had to flee to Egypt. Wow, this is a lot of travel with a baby and just after giving birth. They were refugees. Did they know the language of where they were headed? God chose a faith-filled, unmarried, young virgin woman without much family, money, or community to support, carry God's only son, Jesus. Mary experienced quite a few challenges during her unplanned pregnancy and beyond. She faced every obstacle, despite the fear she may have felt, and God provided her a path, surrounding her with Joseph and people that came to her aid along the journey. This was God's plan, and Mary said yes. So here's my story of God's plan for me. When my miracle baby Christopher was 2 years old, we wanted to have another child. I really felt that whatever was wrong had been fixed. Unfortunately, I had another miscarriage. I was 38 and Tim was 42. We were old. After 6 years of trying to have another child, we chose to adopt. I really felt that given our ages and the fact that we had a biological child, that our chances of being chosen by a birth mom were slim to none. but God always comes through. It just may not be in the way I planned. Be careful, though, what you pray for. We were blessed with not just one baby, but 2 babies. We adopted identical twin girls. We named them Sarah and Jessica. Sarah, raise your hand. The other half is at some parties. I met their birth mom and spent time with her after her giving birth. I don't want to go through all the details, but their birth mom went through a lot of challenges, just like Tim and I did, to make this adoption final. I am forever grateful to her for the gift she gave me and our family. I took her choosing us to parent very seriously, and I vowed to myself that I would someday find a way to pay it forward. Despite some poor choices their birth mom had made in her life, I hold the utmost respect for her in making 2 very important decisions: to choose life for Sarah and Jessica, and for entrusting Tim and I to raise them as our own. When I trusted in God's plan for me, I was doubly blessed. For in Luke chapter 1, verse 45, it says, "Blessed is she who believed the Lord and fulfilled his promises to her." So in 2014, when the twins were 15 years old, I felt the call to answer the vow I had made to myself years before. I guess you would call that a holy moment. I became a volunteer as a Gabriel angel. What is a Gabriel angel? It's an angel who is a trained volunteer speaking either Spanish or English under the Project Gabriel ministry, who walks alongside a mom facing an unexpected pregnancy. As an angel, you are there to support and mentor her emotionally and spiritually. A Gabriel angel brings hope, comfort, love, and ongoing friendship and encouragement to a mom. This was my chance to finally pay it forward. Initially, I felt I had no prior work, educational, or personal experience to make me qualified to mentor mom, but I trusted that God would equip me with the tools I would need. I fully embraced the saying I once heard: God does not call those who are equipped, but he equips those that are called. So after mentoring 3 moms as a Gabriel angel, I was asked to be in a paid position as the GEMS coordinator under the Project Gabriel ministry. GEMS stands for Gabriel Education, Ministry, and Support. It is an educational program that is available to those moms who want to make changes to better their lives and the lives of their children. Not every mom wants to change their circumstances, but we are there still to provide them with the hope, joy, love, and peace that they so desperately need in their lives. The primary mission of GEMS is to teach these moms to fish rather than just handing them the fish. Luke chapter 11, verse 10 through 13 reads, For everyone who asks receives, he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks the door will be opened. This reminds us of helping people in need, not through temporary solutions, but by teaching them how to do things for themselves. GEMS is a commitment of time and a willingness to learn new skills about parenting, personal dignity, and life and social skills. It takes a community of volunteers, staff, parishes, other organizations such as maternity homes, pregnancy resource centers, and other sources, as well as donating of time, talent, and money to make this all happen. Upon completion of GEMS, a mom is awarded an educational scholarship to be used for college, certification programs, licenses, or in some cases, starting their own business. Some of our GEMS graduates have become nurses, teachers, realtors, and property managers. To me, this is not a job. This was God's plan for me. I love my vocation. Working with these moms through GEMS has brought meaning and given me a purpose. While I no longer volunteer as a Gabriel angel, I have been training angels, and I have recently accepted the position of being director of the Project Gabriel Ministry and the GEMS program. I feel so incredibly blessed that we as a ministry, the staff, and most important, our Gabriel angels, partner together to help guide and empower our moms to take control of their lives. We are the face, hands, and feet of Christ to these moms. Is this easy? No, if I'm being totally honest. Working with these Gabriel moms reminds me very much of raising my own children. There are at times frustration, disappointment, and doubt, but the rewards far outweigh the challenges. This ministry has not only strengthened my faith in God, but I have had the privilege of being a witness of the miracles that He has created in the lives of the women we serve. When a Gabriel mom comes to us, she has no hope, no joy, no peace, and no love. Project Gabriel uses angels to walk with moms in need. Our Gabriel moms have often been abandoned by their families, the father of their babies, and their communities. They have little financial resources, may be homeless, feel unloved and unheard, trust no one due to past hurts, are alone, afraid, overwhelmed, and have little or no faith in God. They have much to overcome. I admire them for the courage they have and the things they have endured in their lives. There are so many stories I could share with you about the moms that I have worked with, but I'm going to share just one with you today that made a huge impact on me and my faith. I'm going to really try to get through this without crying. Okay. I met a mom who's referred to us by a former Gabriel angel. This mom was everything I had just mentioned and so much more. The first time I met her, she looked horrible. She was in need of a shower, her behavior was erratic, and she was very talkative. She was 8 months pregnant at the time, but had no plan and didn't seem to want to face the reality that she was about to have a baby. She was homeless, had no family support, no father of the baby in the picture, no money, no job, and had several children previously that she was not parenting. She also was weaning herself off drugs. I knew I couldn't give her to an angel to mentor. They would all run. She was a unique case, so many obstacles. Frankly, I didn't want to mentor her either. I remember going to church that Sunday, and after Mass, I asked Father Paul if he could pray over me. I've never done that before. I asked him to pray that God would give me the words and show me how to help her. I was scared to death. My voice was shaking as it is now, and tears were flowing. I just wanted to run. But I knew God had a plan, and I trusted that He would reveal it to me in time. Fast forward, it's been 2 years since Unique, yes, ironically, that is her name, came into my life. I call her my poster child of Project Gabriel and GEMS. She has overcome so many obstacles. She no longer uses drugs. She's left that life. She has a job. She has a place to live. She had just graduated from GEMS, and she is being a mom for the first time for her daughter, Mariah. She has said to me many times that God brought Mariah and an angel into her life to save her when she was at her lowest point. She constantly tells me how much I mean to her, how much she has learned from me, and how much God has blessed her. She challenged me in so many ways. She made me step out of my comfort zone and helped me to grow in my faith. Okay, that's not a very loud bell. There you go. For every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. She definitely helped me to earn my wings and her angel as her angel. You don't always get to witness God's miracles, but He blessed me with so many holy moments in working with her. About 9 months ago, I read a book by Matthew Kelly, an internationally acclaimed speaker and best-selling author called Holy Moments. This book was an aha moment for me because this is what Project Gabriel and GEMS is. I was so inspired and motivated to share this book with others. You may be thinking, what is a holy moment? Matthew Kelly defines a holy moment as a single moment in which you open yourself to God. You make yourself available to Him. You set aside personal preference and self-interest, and for one moment, you do what you prayerfully believe God is calling you to do. Holy moments give our lives meaning and a purpose. I believe the Holy Spirit guided and prepared me for the time in my life when I said yes to becoming a Gabriel angel. I see so many holy moments in Project Gabriel, GEMS, and our Gabriel angels and volunteers. From donating baby and household items, preparing baby baskets for expectant moms, providing lunch, daycare, or transportation to our moms so they can attend classes, or offering to teach a GEMS class, a valuable skill, to name just a few. There are so many holy moment opportunities within our own parish to serve as well, such as the Thanksgiving Day baskets and the Magi tree. I have a gift for each one of you today. If the hostesses will please distribute what's in the bags. It's Matthew Kelly's book called Holy Moments. I encourage you to read this book. It's a very easy, short read, and it's very much worth your time. You may not choose to do Project Gabriel, but there are so many ways in which you can help others. Please open the book to the inside cover. Are you being called in some way to help Project Gabriel? I hope so, because we need you, and our moms need you as well. First, I want each of you to most importantly pray for our moms and their angels. The QR code that you will see on the sticker will provide you with more information about how you can help spread hope, joy, peace, and love to our moms by using your time, your talent, and your treasures. If you'd like to talk to me, feel free to leave your contact information on the site, and I will be glad to contact you. At this time, I'd like to point out that we do have some angels among us. So would you all please stand? I love every one of those women. They make my job such a joy, and they are such an important part of our ministry. We could not do this without them. They give unselfishly of their time to love these moms where they're at, and some of them are not in a good place. They are the backbone of our ministry. Please feel free to speak to any of them if you have any questions or you want to hear more of what it's like to mentor a mom. I'm sure they'll be honest. And like I mentioned earlier, it's not easy sometimes, but the rewards far outweigh any challenges that you may face. In closing, I want to thank you for allowing me to share with you my holy moments. I pray this Advent season will give you opportunities to experience holy moments and bring hope, joy, peace, and love to those you encounter. Merry Christmas.